One night, Tim was jolted awake by a strange noise. It was the TV. And there was his best pal, Zip, completely glued to the screen. Normally, Tim wasn't a fan of the news. It always seemed to be full of bad things happening all over the world, but this was different. Zip was watching a special report about children in Africa learning to sew tiny clothes from monkeys and other animals. Zip's blue lights started flashing with excitement. "Tim, look, these kids are only 6 or 7 years old. They're doing something amazing. We have to go help them." Tim couldn't help but smile at Zip's enthusiasm. He saw the joy and purpose in what the children were doing. "You're right, Zip," Tim said, nodding eagerly. "Let's do it." So, Tim sprang into action. He grabbed his trusty rucksack and started packing. In went a few pairs of sharp scissors, a collection of needles, spools of colorful cotton threads, and even some beginner's books on sewing patterns. With his bag packed and Zip humming happily beside him, they set off on their grand adventure. Their journey took them all the way to Lagos, a huge, bustling city in Nigeria. It was beautiful in a way Tim had never seen before. The city was a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds. Instead of big department stores, most shops were lively market stalls. Business was booming under colorful huts made from light, synthetic fabrics. You could find absolutely anything you could imagine. Zip's sensors were working overtime, curiously observing everything and enjoying every single minute of the vibrant atmosphere. "Okay, Zip," Tim said, looking around the maze of stalls, "I need your help. We need to find the children's factory for animal clothes and ... Maybe we can also see how everyone gets fed around here." Zip's internal processor swirled. Within just a few minutes, he had gathered all the information they needed, plotting a course on his internal map. Following Zip's directions, they soon arrived at a small building buzzing with activity. This was at the children's factory. As they stepped inside, they were met with a wave of cheerful greetings from what seemed like the entire village. Tim was taken by surprise at the warm welcome. All the children were incredibly cute, their faces lit up with bright, happy smiles. They were skillfully using special, small sewing machines. A kind gentleman introduced himself as Mr. Raghead. He explained that he had brought the machines all the way from England to help the children learn. But Mr. Raghead was teaching them more than just sewing. He was also teaching them English, complete with spelling lessons. Mr. Raghead was quite a character. He absolutely adored the Queen of England. When he first started the little school, which he called Bubblegum Nursery, the very first thing he did was hang a large portrait of the Queen right at the front of the classroom. Next to it, he placed a giant chart of the alphabet. Every single morning, the first thing the students did was gather together and recite the letters out loud. Nigeria is a country with hundreds of different languages and accents, and Mr. Raghead had made it his mission to learn as many as he could. He could now chat with his students in Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and even Pidgin English, which made everyone feel right at home. But then, Tim and Zip saw something very peculiar. Every morning, Mr. Raghead would stand before the Queen's portrait and perform a namaste greeting, pressing his palms together as a sign of respect. He explained it was a Hindu way of honoring the Queen. Tim and Zip exchanged a confused look. They had never seen anything like it before and found it a bit strange. But they wisely kept their thoughts to themselves and just observed quietly. The moment the children spotted Zip, their excitement went through the roof. They crowded around the friendly robot, their eyes wide with wonder. Seeing Zip seemed to make them even more eager to learn. Tim rolled up his sleeves and joined in. He started helping the kids, showing them how to handle the needles safely, and how to measure and cut fabric for perfect, made-to-measure little dresses and trousers for the animals. With Tim's guidance and Zip's cheerful, beeping encouragement, the children quickly developed their skills. They learned to create intricate patterns and sew with precision. The little factory was filled with the happy hum of sewing machines and the laughter of proud children, showing off their latest creations. After several wonderful days, all the children had mastered the art of sewing and pattern cutting. It was time for Tim and Zip to go. They said their goodbyes to everyone. Mr. Raghead shook Tim's hand warmly. "Thank you both so much," he said. "The skills you've shared will help these children for the rest of their lives." With a final wave to their new friends, Tim and Zip began their journey home, their hearts full of joy. What an incredible adventure! It just goes to show that a little bit of kindness and sharing your skills can make a huge difference in the world. Thanks for watching our story today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures with Tim and Zip. See you next time.